All right, YouTube, let's talk about 3 awesome icing techniques to help you recover from plantar fasciitis faster. Let's get rolling. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to stay at the very end because we're going to talk about the most popular icing technique, and some people think it's the most effective, so don't miss out. All right, so getting started, I always get the question, when should I ice? You could ice when you have pain, inflammation, after you do your stretching routine, after you do your strengthening routine for the plantar fasciitis. If you haven't seen my video already, check it out. It's a great video on some good stretching techniques. But remember, you never want to ice before you do your stretching, before you do your workout. You always want to do your icing after your workout. If you over ice, you could potentially cause more inflammation, or you can cause a cold injury. All right, trust me, I had a patient one time, he tried to ice his thigh and he left his cold pack on his thigh overnight. No bueno. All right, so jumping into the first ice technique, all you need is a dollar store bin, a towel, and some ice. And what you do is you fill up the bin about a quarter full of ice and fill it up with water. And usually what you want to do is do this on the floor when you're sitting on the couch or on the bed, any place where you can relax. I'm going to show you on the exam table, but preferably I want you in the seated position. So what you do is grab the actual bin. Once it's filled up with ice and water, you stick your foot in. And of course you have your towel here. Stick your feet in and hold it in there for around 10 to 15 minutes. But again, if you could only tolerate 5 minutes, do that. That is perfectly fine. And once you're done, take your foot out, take it on the towel, dry it off, and you're good to go. All right, so I'm gonna tell you a secret. Pay attention. A lot of people like adding Epsom salt. Although it's not evidence-based, a lot of people do get relief with adding Epsom salt to their soaks. The next icing technique, we used it when we were kids. Now we're using it as adults. The Dixie cup. With the Dixie cup, all you gotta do is fill it around 3/4 of the actual Dixie cup, put it in the freezer, let it freeze overnight, and then all you do is peel the edges, like so. And there's our ice in a Dixie cup. So what you do with the Dixie cup is you find the area of pain. So if you're having a lot of pain in this area of the plantar fascia, then you want to do a nice gentle massage. Also remember that you are using ice, so it is going to melt. So make sure that you got a nice towel underneath you to catch that water. And once you're done icing that area, when it gets cold enough, then you could do the whole plantar fascia. And that's it. And that's the nice thing about using the Dixie cup method, because it's very fast and efficient. All right, so the last technique and the most popular is the water bottle ice technique. You just take a water bottle, put it in the freezer overnight, and the next day you got a nice little massage tool for your plantar fasciitis. What you do now is you grab the iced water bottle, you get in a seated position. You could be sitting with your legs hanging, or you could be on, for example, an exam table or a couch, and you take the water bottle, you place it under the foot and massage back and forth. And one recommendation that I always have is do it nice and slow, all right, and apply firm pressure and find that area of the most pain and apply a little bit of pressure. As much as you can tolerate, massage back and forth. And that's it. All right, so that wraps it up. Those are 3 awesome techniques that anybody can use to help ice their plantar fasciitis. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. That will help a bunch. Otherwise, take care.